He's the tallest man on the radio, so sit right back and enjoy the show. Flying through the air like a ballistic missile. Here's your host, Ben Kissel.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the Ben Kissel channel. I'm Ben Kissel, joined by Jerry Aquino.
Hey, what's up?
Isn't that exciting? And Kyle Plouffe.
Hello.
Check out Kyle Plouffe on the Death and Entertainment podcast and also the Political Show on the Ben Kissel channel. People have said it needs a name, but we're just going to call it The Political Show.
Yeah.
Oh.
Isn't that a name?
That's a name.
Isn't that a name, my children?
Well,
What's going on tonight?
I don't know what's going on.
Today's all dog news.
Feel Good Friday.
Dog news?
It's Feel Good Friday.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just dog news, but Jerry, I promise you, there's going to be cat news, a full episode on cat news,
That's good. That's all I ask for. I don't ask for a lot.
because there is a lot of cat news out there.
There is.
But the question about the cat is, does it love its owner? There was a question about the dog that was happening for many, many years. And a lot of scientists were like, your dog doesn't love you. It just likes you because you feed it and all this other stuff. And you don't even know what I do to my dog. Okay? I guarantee you, feeding is like the third thing it loves the most about me. You haven't been in the room.
Well,
Oh, Lord.
Well, good God, it's Friday. Okay, it turns out those snarky scientists are a bit wrong. Why? Because they put a bunch of dogs in an MRI machine, and then they tested their brains, and it turns out dogs do show true affection for their owners.
that's so cute.
It's the cutest little cancer dog of all time. No, he's not dying, but he is in an MRI machine looking like he's like, I don't know how I signed up for this or who signed me up for this, but I better get some good kibble because this sucks.
Yeah, seriously. What kind of a study is this? And how did your dog get to sign up for it?
Well, that's with a little paw print. Just a little paw print.
That's cute.
So, Dr. Gregory Burns, he's 53, and he's a neuroscientist. So he's a lot of fun. And I actually do believe that.
Do you?
Yes, a neuroscientist, when you really get him going after a little bit of like, what do you think they would like? They would probably... Acid messes with the brain.
Yeah.
I was thinking absinthe.
Ooh, yeah, that one's cool.
I just feel like they want a bunch of stuff that is like a concoction.
Yeah.
So they're like, I'm not drinking, I'm creating. And it's like, no, you're still an alcoholic and you're a neuroscientist. Where's your family? So anyway, he was trying to do this thing, and they wanted to do a thing. He researched a new book, and it says, what's it like to be a dog? So they're trying to figure out what it's like to be a dog. The first thing that if you want to experience what it's like to be a dog, suck your own dick, because my dog's been doing it nonstop.
Red Rocket, baby.
Yeah, my dog, Jerry, not human Jerry,
I don't know.
he has been sucking his ding-dong right in front of me, and I say, Jerry, unbaggle yourself. Because he is just a little croissant in there.
Oh, damn. He's really going in there.
He is crazy. And at first, I think he's just been like, I have an itch, Dad. I'm like, no.
Well,
Good Lord. And as we know, it's like, are you getting your dick sucked or are you sucking dick? That's the age-old question of when someone sucks their own cock,
yeah.
right?
Right, sure.
Or column A, column B.
Chicken and the egg kind of a thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
During the pandemic, actually, I remember, Matt, and no one wants to hear about me, Matt. I don't talk about this stuff really because I think it's not for me. But
What's not for you?
just masturbation
Masturbating?
talk.
Oh, right.
But I did recall thinking, this is disgusting. What am I doing with my own hand here? This is just sad. And then I just let it alone. So anyway, among the findings, they find that dogs might just really love you and not just love you for food. Isn't that amazing?
For who you are on the inside?
Yes.
Or for picking them out because you kind of look like them?
Oh, yeah, dogs do kind of begin to look like their owner, or does the owner begin to look like the dog?
Yeah.
So they sat down and they spoke with this guy Berg, and they were talking. The first question, and it was, how do your canine studies begin? And then strangely enough, he says, it really all started with that mission that killed Osama bin Laden.
What?
So I don't know. He brought bin Laden into it.
That's like...
So somehow we are talking, we're talking Al-Qaeda. So anyway, there had been this dog in Cairo who leapt out of the helicopter with the Navy SEALs.
What?
Okay. And he's like, I'm watching the news coverage. It gave me an idea. Helicopters are incredibly noisy, he says. True.
That's not an idea.
No, would not be very good in a quiet place, which I just watched Quiet Place 2, so I'm prepping to watch Quiet Place 1, which is Quiet
Nice.
Place 3.
Nice.
Thanks, Hollywood, for making it confusing.
Yeah.
Okay, watching the news coverage gave me an idea. Helicopters are incredibly noisy. Dogs have extremely sensitive hearing, I thought. Gee. Which I do think is how he thinks. Gee.
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 Well, gee whiz.
Gee whiz.
Gee Willikers.
Gee, if the military can train these dogs to get into noisy helicopters, it might just be possible to get them into a noisy MRI. So this all started with Bin Laden and SEAL Team 6, baby.
Yeah,
That's
you know,
insane.
the Bush era, the second.
I love how he thinks the helicopter is the noisiest part about war. It's
Yeah.
like grenades,
Right.
gunfire.
That's so
It's like,
true.
oh, that helicopter that just goes.
Yep. Anyway, long story short, he says a year earlier he had a favorite pug named Newton, and it died. Newton is cute.
And a year
I,
earlier.
there's no picture of Newton, but I would imagine Newton the pug is cute.
Sounds very cute.
Right.
Giant apple fell on his head.
But it died. Maybe that's how it died.
Ha, that's funny.
And then he says, I thought about him a lot because he's a neuroscientist, so he's always thinking about something. and then, but because he's thinking so much, he says, I wonder if he ever loved me, this is why I don't overthink it.
Yeah.
Don't overthink it. Like, do you think your cat loves you?
I know he loves me.
You know. Okay. So and we'll get that in our cat episode because I don't know. Do you think a cat could sit through an MRI machine? Can they do it?
They probably can.
They can?
Yeah, if they get bored enough.
Okay.
You just
Yeah.
give him some Xanax, a dog or a cat.
Yeah,
They'll
but
sit
I
down
think
for a little bit.
I don't think they're allowed to be drugged up because we're trying to get a real sense of love here.
Yeah, that's true.
Not
That's
a sense of
true.
drug love.
Yeah.
Which is aplenty.
Oh my God.
You know, my cat doesn't even like catnip. I know you're saying we're going to talk about cats later, but it's my only form of reference for this dog stuff.
Yeah, in another episode, not
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
So you can just feel free to just let us know all about the cats. So then this guy, he's real lonely. He's like, Newton's dead, my favorite pug. Did he ever really love me? Also, if I was at a bar with him, I'd be like, bro, you got to shut the fuck up.
Seriously.
Newton loved you, okay? Can we move on and talk about football? And then, because he's a neuroscience, he says, well, how do I solve that question? So he was like, ooh, I know this dude. He's an Atlanta-based dog trainer, and his name is Mark Spivak. And he said, I think it's possible we can get these dogs in an MRI machine. Long story short, they introduced Callie, the family terrier, which was also Newton's replacement.
Rude.
Which, how do you think Newton ever loved me? Meanwhile, Newton's like, you just fucking replaced me with Callie?
Yeah,
The terrier?
A terrier is going to replace me, the pug?
Yeah, that's...
you don't replace your dog. You just get another dog.
The
If you're
weird-
calling him a replacement, you didn't love that dog.
The weirdest thing that
True.
people do with dogs, I think, is get the same kind of dog and name it the same thing.
Oh,
That's
man.
really strange.
It is so strange to me, and it's like, it's dead, right? Like,
They're
can you
like,
not
la, la,
hand-
la, 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 la.
No,
I
that's
can't-
Rory.
That's him.
Yep, that's Rory, the shepherd
Yeah.
bitch over there.
Well, yeah, the people that clone their dogs, too, it's like, that's not the same dog. It's a different dog.
Isn't cloning just called getting pregnant and having birth
Yeah.
for dogs? anymore?
Cloning?
Yeah, some-
Cloning? What is
yeah.
this?
I think it was was it Meryl Streep or one of these?
Yeah.
Barbara Streisand.
Someone like that.
Yeah, I think she cloned her dogs a bunch, which is really just a very expensive way, again, of just getting
Just
a new
breeding?
dog.
Yeah. pretty
And
much.
they're only getting dumber. We've seen multiplicity.
Yeah. She touched my Pepe, Steve.
Deep cut.
That's what he
Deep
said.
cut from Kyle. What happened in high school? It's a Friday show. No one wants to be here. That's not true.
Whoa.
We're having fun.
Hey, feel good Friday.
Feel good
Oh,
Friday.
Feel Good Friday. Okay. That's what we're talking about this. Anyway, long story short, I'm not going to go through this whole article because it's way just like, we're scientists. No, you slammed a bunch of dogs into an MRI machine. And so then what they did was they took these swabs, right? Like if you're getting tested, they jam a swab up your nose to make sure that,
Yeah.
I don't know, you're still sad
Intact.
enough to be an actor.
Yeah, I am.
And then they would do one swab, and it was of a stranger. And the dog's brain was like, I don't know you. I don't give a fuck about you. What's wrong with you? And then they did another swab, and it was of the dog's do we even say owner or do we say partner now? And then the dog's brain, it was like, boop, 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 and it triggered the same stuff in the dog's brain as in our brains when we find someone that we're in love with. Ooh. So dogs, truly, their brains, it ain't an act for food. It's truly love. When you come home and they're just like, I shit all over the house. Yeah. I just see you. That means they really love you.
Yeah. That's weird.
No word on what happens if they actually shit all over the house. I do think that's a sign of anger. So now they just have a bunch of pictures of dogs getting into said MRI machine.
3 letters.
And yeah, they're just very frustrating for me. Yeah.
It says at some point in the article, it said that I made an MRI machine in my basement.
I mean, they did
do trial runs.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah, this guy.
He's kind of like...
well, he just knows the pieces to put it together.
He's going to shrink his kids.
Really quick in his house. Right. Yeah, seriously.
The last question in this is, are there policy implications? So there's going to be policy. And then they said, there might be some for animal shelters. So that's good. So we want to bring some policy into it.
Oh,
and then maybe they said we can find alternatives to euthanizing them.
That's where this comes in. They're like, oh, so we should just know if he actually has an anger problem or not, really get into the source of the dog and why he's upset. Right. Never mind he's been like chained outside to a backyard garage for like 3 weeks and he's but this says he has love in his heart or not.
I did see a really sad story about a cow. And this cow, it was kept in a really small little cage, and then they uncaged it. It still walks like it's in the cage. It's a little story about the human mind as well, isn't it? Uncage your mind, set yourself free.
Nice.
So they say that they're thinking instead of euthanizing, maybe we could have farm animals in large industrial centers. Now they're talking about something else. So now they're talking about, oh, let's put this up to a cow and then be like, the cow is not happy.
Yeah.
But, I mean, certain things have to be done. Anyway, so your dog loves you. So that's good news.
Kind of.
It does.
Yeah, I get, but it's just, I've always felt like dogs are a little bit dopey and it just seems really easy to get their love.
Well, that's why they're so nice and convenient. That's why I don't fully understand the cat person, because everything is difficult in life. The cat is just meaner to you than it needs to be. It just makes it that
much more meaningful.
Does it, though?
You gotta respect it. You have to just treat it like its own person thing. It's not just gonna run up to you and be like, oh my God, what's up? I love you. I just shit everywhere. She's more like, fuck you, I just shit everywhere. But also, nice shirt.
Nice shirt.
And she walks away.
That's good. Well, would a dog do this? A woman credits 2-year-old rescue dog for saving her life. An Indiana woman. She's crediting it a dog she rescued 9 months ago for saving her life. Her name is Samantha Griffin. And she's 38. She works as a social worker. So thank you very much for doing social work. Mm-hmm. It's a thankless job. So I say, thank you.
Nice.
She was on Good Morning America. She moved to this new apartment in beautiful Marion, Indiana. Oh. And she was with her niece and this rescue dog, Luna. Good name for a dog.
That's a solid name.
All of a sudden, she says, my fire alarm kept going off, and we assumed it was a battery issue. But also maybe could be a fire.
Yeah.
You know, be like, that fire alarm keeps going off, huh?
It's weird.
It's hot in here.
Can turn that smell off. Why is it so smoky?
Maybe a stroke or something?
So stupid.
There is no way that fire alarm going off could possibly mean there's a huge fire in my house.
No.
But anyway, so they unplugged it so it would stop. That makes the fire go away.
Remove that?
Yeah.
That's great.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, I have a troubled childhood. I'm gonna totally be fine. I'm just gonna leave. No way. Yep. Will it haunt me forever? So Griffin said, so we just kept thinking it was a power issue, but when Luna started acting up and then I started getting a headache, we were like, something ain't right. If there was only a machine that could have said something's not right here.
Yeah.
But no.
How would they know?
So on June 24th, Griffin, again, she was the only one at home with Luna. And then Luna said, Griffin said, I got a really bad migraine. And then she said, I normally get migraines, so that's not out of the norm, which is a nightmare.
Yeah, that's horrifying. I can't.
She's stressed.
I can't function with migraines. I can't function with a slight headache. No. It takes me out.
Oh, totally. You live in Indiana, which is difficult enough. It's cold as hell.
Yeah.
And then you're a social worker, and then you get migraines.
It's terrible. Oh, God.
And she was still sweet enough to get this little baby Luna. So that's why she's also a hero, too. So she's like, I get migraines all the time. But for her not to let me sleep, this is what she says. But for her not to let me sleep when I have the kind of migraine, that was odd. So she's like, I got a headache. I got to go to sleep. And then Luna's like, not today.
She's like, don't do it. Don't do it.
Why? Because Luna is a Siberian husky. And she was like, this ain't right. You can't be going to sleep like this. So Griffin said all day long, she was bugging me, go outside. And I normally don't do that. So she's got a shut-in. So this woman is just like, does not want to be bothered.
Yeah. This is day 5 of my shut-in. I don't usually come out until like day 10 or 12.
Right. She's like, the fire alarm goes off, unplug.
Unplug it. Don't bother me with this.
But then Luna's like, no, chick, something's wrong here.
Something's weird. You should probably get out.
So then she says, Luna started pouncing on me. I think I still have bruises from where she's hit me.
That's weird.
Okay, she's doing a pounce. Siberian husky.
Yeah, it's a big
pounce.
Big
girl.
And she scratched up my door and stuff like that, trying to get out. So she was alerting us before the alarm even went off.
Well, it was unplugged.
Well, that's one of the problems. That's going to slow it down.
Yeah.
That's going to slow down.
It's not having it attached.
Yeah, that's great. So Griffin then said she went outside, and then Luna and her called the building's maintenance staff, who alerted the local fire department. First responders came, and they said the place was full of fucking carbon monoxide.
That's insane.
And Luna saved her life.
Wow.
That's wild.
Indeed. Griffin said the gas company sent out somebody because they had to pinpoint where it was. And he said it was 97 parts per million, which I guess that's a lot, in my apartment, which he said during their training, if you're in a place that's 50 parts per million or above, for more than half an hour, you're dead.
Oh.
Yep. So
she was cooking.
She was cooking. And then Griffin recounted, and he said, I don't know how you lived, you lazy fucking ass. Because you should totally be dead.
Yeah.
Because you napped during your little migraine. Oof. Anyway, so that dog's a hero.
Good for him.
And just for anyone out there, be careful. Carbon monoxide poisoning, it sends over 100,000 people to the hospital a year.
Really?
And it causes 400 deaths a year, which I actually think is low.
Yeah.
Didn't you hear all the time about carbon monoxide? Only 400 people?
Yeah.
That's not taking you out.
Yeah. Well, they tell you not to sit in a parked car that's idling because you'll get carbon monoxide poisoning from the exhaust.
Right.
Yeah.
And
it's
then
like the guy in The Client at the beginning. Puts the tube in.
The movie The Client.
Yeah.
Oh, what a great cut. Everyone's seen The Client. I usually love movies where it's like, you're in the waiting room now.
Yeah.
And then, we'll see you in 15 minutes, Mr. Fuck. Okay. So the symptoms of carbon monoxide poisoning include dizziness, headache, stomach, vomiting, chest pain, confusion, weakness, or just the flu. So I think all of us have it.
Yeah.
We're all
confusion and weakness.
Yeah,
I feel those all the time.
It's carbon monoxide. It's nothing to do with your lifestyle.
I might be overdosing. I thought so. Oh man. Well, that's saying you gotta really trust animals. When there's an animal in the house that's like bothering you and trying to like lead you somewhere, usually try. They're either like chasing a bug, something's under the stove, or there's something seriously wrong.
Absolutely.
You should also trust your safety electronics and not unplug them.
Probably also that.
Yeah, it seems like the carbon monoxide detector was desperately trying to be like, yo, hey.
Heads up, pal.
I work one time out of every 5 years. Can you just respect my job just a little bit? No one cares when I talk. I understand. I only deliver bad news. But you got to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, she was like, oh, good girl. You did your best. And she's like, what the fuck do you even do? Annoy people?
You unplugged me.
Yeah.
Well, dogs aren't just about saving lives. They're also about killing. So this dog has been euthanized after attacking a 71-year-old South Carolina woman.
Oh.
I know. Family says a woman killed in dog attack fought until she couldn't fight anymore.
That's so sad.
Isn't that sad? And it is very sad. So this is just a very sad story. So I kind of put it in here. It was like, this would be funny in the sense because it's a juxtaposition, but it's really just very sad. So anyway, this beautiful woman, she was walking in a Tennessee neighborhood, and then the dog was something about 90 pounds or so, and then the dog killed her.
Huh.
This is 2 dogs.
Yeah, it could have been 2 dogs there. So they were kind of friends. The
kind?
dogs were friends.
Why did they kill her? Why were they so upset?
Teresa Rhodes, 61, was attacked and killed by 2 dogs early Monday morning in Bolivar. And yeah, so she was a sister, a mother, a grandmother, a friend. She was a real loving person.
I really want to know. I mean, that's really sad for her. What's the dogs? Why were they let off of a leash? Were they running towards something?
Well, so what happened was, when police came on the bloody scene near Sycamore and Mitchell Streets, Calloway says officers trying to help her sister shot one of the dogs involved in the attack.
Holy shit.
So that dog's gone. She said, they told us that when they got to the, this is sad. They told us when they got to the scene that one of the dogs was still sitting there by her body. And when they went to try to assist her, he went at them. So then they shot that dog.
Oh my God.
My God.
Dog News Fridays. Feel Good Fridays.
That's, feel good or something.
Yeah. That's very sad. And then her sister said this couldn't have happened to anybody. This could happen to anybody.
Yeah.
It was unexpected to us, but you just got to be ready for anything.
That is crazy. I mean, you don't think about like dogs attacking and killing these days. I thought that we had a solid handle on that.
Right.
As far as animals in the wild, I thought we domesticated one of them enough to at least be in a shelter or under the attention of an adult.
Well, that's not the only woman who has recently been attacked by a dog and killed. There was also a 71-year-old bicyclist. So this maybe is why the chick didn't want to go outside at all. And she's like, shut up, carbon monoxide alarm. I would rather die peacefully in my sleep than go outside and get mauled by these dogs. Anyway, so there was a 71-year-old, and she was on a bike, which wow.
Goals.
Get away.
Right?
Yeah.
Holy hell.
I'm on a bike at 71 years old. I'm lying. I hate bicycles, but I hope I'm on like rollerblades or something.
Yeah, that'd be great. Either way, just be careful for the dogs out there in the sidewalks, any kind of pebbles or rubble. Just be very careful. I don't think you need to be doing it at 71.
Nah.
You've lived so long. You just fall over sometimes when you're that age.
Do you?
Yeah, my mom just fell over recently.
Yeah,
just fell over. I said, what happened? She said, I just fell over. That's it.
Standing completely still. Just,
Yep.
Whoa.
Whoop. Body's like, time to go. I'll fall over. Maybe that's what happened to Building 7.
Okay.
Okay, let's bring 9/11 into it. Osama bin Laden.
Never forget.
It all comes full circle. So this chick, she was on her bike. And then all of a sudden, this animal just killed her. And then the dog's owner voluntarily surrendered the animal, foregoing the need for an official hearing. So she gave the animal that killed this woman up, that was her animal, to death row. Officials identified Karen Nelson as the woman who died. Dozens of friends and family members mourned Nelson on social media, which is the easiest way to mourn.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't care. I mean, it doesn't matter really to me because I'll be dead, and I don't need all the pomp and circumstance. But if all you do is like, I knew him once, he farted once. Yeah. You just don't need to mention me. Don't mention me.
Yeah.
Who cares? Also, they just do it for clout. You know when people post that stuff where it's like, I'm really sad, I lost this guy I met one time 18 years ago.
Right. And they're like, oh, man, I knew his sister. That's crazy.
Yeah.
What up? It seemed like it was a good guy.
I was actually molested by his uncle.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Oh, man. Full circle.
He's gone?
He's gone.
He's gone?
Yeah.
What?
No way.
Gosh. Anyway, so Karen Nelson is deceased. According to documents provided by the Florence Police Department, the dog's owner was walking the pit bull while her child rode his bicycle.
And then the other two dogs, no one mentioned what kind of dogs they were.
I think they were just rabid.
But this one, when it's a pit bull, it has to be said that it's a pit bull.
I hate that.
I hate that.
I had one scary interaction with a pit bull once. And I said, sir? I treated it like a person. I said, sir? No, pit bull.
Yeah.
And it did kind of listen. But it was scary. I love pit bulls.
I love pit bulls.
And you got to train them right.
You do have to train them well, but also
and there's a lot of people who get them and they don't treat them very well.
That sucks, and that's why. And then they end up having a lot of anxiety. Like that dog breed, they tend to be extremely anxious and nervous, more so than we are around it. And then it just kind of like starts flailing everywhere with all its huge muscles.
Yeah. Kind of victim blaming here a little bit. So Karen Nelson, she brought it upon herself. So the dog owner was walking the pit bull.
No, the owner brought it upon the woman.
Yes.
Okay, so you're not blaming the dog.
No.
Owner over breed.
The dog is the one that died. It was killed. euthanized. So according to Nelson, a Florida resident, so she was bicycling through the area. Then the dog was able to get away from the owner, and then it attacked Nelson, knocking her off her bike, and then it bit her.
Yeah, see, how does the owner not take? Does he get some blame for it, or?
Well, I think it was more like, whoa, you're pulling real hard here. And then so
involuntary manslaughter.
I don't think anyone. There's been enough death and trauma here. I don't think anyone needs to be charged with anything other than biking too old. So Nelson suffered injuries on her neck in the attack. So that's not good. So this dog was going right for the jugular.
He really did.
The dog owner was unable to get away from Nelson before her fiance arrived. He was able to pull the dog away at that time. The owner rendered first aid. So it was a gal walking the pit bull. Maybe it was the dude's pit bull. She didn't know what to do, how to handle it. Oh. And then she was like, dude, you got to get over here and take care of this dog. Hopefully it had a cute name like Rorbert or something.
Yeah.
But it is a killer. So Nelson was later pronounced dead at the local hospital. Police are still investigating. And they say the department had not received calls about this dog before. So this dog did not have
a record.
Yeah. A record, a bark sheet. I was trying to find your like a rap sheet with
a pug shot.
A pug shot.
Nice. There we go.
It's Friday. Feel good Friday.
Kind of.
Well, but that's they love, they kill.
Yep.
They're just like us.
They're just like people.
They can also be mayors. The voters got it right. The town of Mooresville has elected a new dog mayor, which means this is not
another dog.
It's a new era in Mooresville. On this past Wednesday, the town announced the election of its fourth dog mayor, Rhea, a 12-year-old, which is wise. Actually, in dog years, we're looking at Biden. Yeah, pretty older dog year.
Yeah.
So Rhea, a 12-year-old pit bull,
score a win for them.
Officially began her term as mayor. She's got a little dress on and she got a necklace on that says, "I'm the mayor. The buck stops here."
Yep.
Also, you got any treats? So the new dog mayor, she officially began her term during the Mooresville Youth Council event on June 30th. This is what human mayor Chris Carney said. He said, "I have had a chance to meet Rhea on a couple of occasions, and she's a wonderful addition to our town."
So she'll be at the town hall meetings.
Yes.
And it's not even his dog. It's not even just like whoever his dog.
No, this is a possible political opponent in the future.
Yeah. Right.
So Chris Carney is just like, I don't want to piss him off yet.
I'm just kind of scoping the new.
So I like how Gavin Newsom is like, I think Biden's doing a great job. No way do I want to be president.
Right.
He's a little slippery. So he says, the voters got it right, and she'll do a great job. I'm excited to work with her over the next year.
What does her job entail?
Well,
that's
another good one. See, that's the kind of Friday we're having here.
Yeah.
So the town said, Rhea has overcome various medical struggles, which included 2 knee surgeries, a dew claw removal due to bone infection, and then apparently she has terrible skin issues. So make her the mayor, because that's gonna help. So Ashley Potts, the dog owner, says the dog mayor contest came at the perfect time for the family because they lost Rhea's brother Rufio.
Oh, Rufio.
Rufio's cute.
That's very cute. Do you think he had a mohawk?
Like the movie Rufio. All the thing about the Lost Kids, right? The Lost Boys. They fantasized what kind of food they could eat, right?
Yeah.
Pizza. Do you remember what they fantasized? They fantasized about, turkey and
turkey legs and stuff. Maybe they didn't know pizza was
they know pizza. In the Hook world in Peter Pan land?
On an island?
Turkey legs versus DiGiorno. I'm going turkey leg.
I didn't say it was going to be DiGiorno pizza trash bag.
I would go DiGiorno over a goddamn turkey leg.
I'm 50-50. So they lost Rufio in March, bladder cancer.
That'll get you.
That sounds horrible.
You're a dog. That'll get you.
Yep. So they say we're thankful for the Mooresville Youth Council for this yearly tradition. It came at a perfect time for our little families. What are the duties, you asked? Mm-hmm. Well, she's got to go to a lot of events, and then Rhea's owners have encouraged her to say hi to people.
Encouraged, but not demanded. That's on her.
Right. But how would we even know what she's saying? Well, artificial intelligence brings us to our next story.
Solid segue.
Artificial intelligence scientists are trying to decode what a dog bark means.
Okay.
And so we're trying to learn the dog language. And do we want to know?
Do we want to know?
Do we want to know? It's like when social media, remember that question was like, if you had a superpower to know what everyone's thinking, would you take it? And now, like, we've seen it with social media, and the answer is fuck no. It's
Absolutely not. Please, God, no.
Labyrinth of horrors inside of everyone's minds. And for some reason, they hate you, or they don't know. You don't know why. I guarantee you, as soon as if it would just be like, that's a big fucking dude. What a fucking big asshole that guy is. Like, that's my life.
I wonder how tall he is.
How tall is he? I wonder if I should ask. He's got a big dick or kind of a smaller dick. Whatever. Researchers at the University of Michigan, they're studying how artificial intelligence technology can be used to understand dog communication.
Isn't it kind of like there have been some owners during the pandemic that started putting a bunch of letter buttons in front of their dogs, and then they press it and it says like, bitch, feed me. Fuck you. And they're like, no, outside, Benny. It's like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
It's like, funny.
It's good.
I would assume for the most part the dogs are livid.
Yeah.
I think they're happy on the outside, but I'm sure inside they're just like, what is this?
What are you doing?
Why am I with you?
Yeah.
You're a moron. This water is fucking not even close to cold. I'm putting ice in Jerry's water.
Yeah.
Now, again, dog Jerry.
Human Jerry.
Human Jerry.
You get no ice.
I get no ice.
So according to Rada Mylacia. Rada Mylacia, I believe that's correct. They say, by using speech processing models initially trained on the human speech, our research opens a new window into how we can leverage what we built here as far as in speech processing to start understanding the nuances of dog barks. So we'll be able to know what the fuck they're saying, which might help when it comes to like other dog interactions, if they're fighting with each other, if they're being serious, or if they're just like playing.
I guess so. I mean, some pets kind of only speak to humans and they don't speak to other animals because they understand that humans just have that vocal pattern and communicate like that.
Is this something that I've heard, or is this true, Cat Jerry? The cats originally didn't meow?
Yeah.
They started meowing when they were like, "Oh, we got to talk to these things."
Yeah. They don't meow at each other. They only meow to humans.
Yeah.
They because they just register as like, "Oh, they're talking to me. I'll say something back."
And it comes out as meow.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cute.
It's adorable.
It is. So the AI model, again, originally trained on human speech, they say there is so much we don't know about the animals that share this world with us. Oh, advances in AI can be used to revolutionize our understanding of animal communication, and our findings suggest that we may not have to start from scratch. Because there's a bunch of stuff. And then there's a picture of an absolutely adorable dog. Looks like a Jack Russell. So they
short little arms.
Yeah, because he's close to the ground. It's kind of fun. It's kind of having a good time down there. I wonder if they would be like, stop inbreeding us so I could breathe.
Yeah.
That might be kind of nice.
That might be nice for them.
So their findings indicate that the sounds and patterns, it's much like human speech. And they say animal vocalizations are logistically much harder to solicit and record. They must be passively recorded in the wild, or in the case of domestic pets, with the permission of their owners. I do like that. They're like, I don't know if we can do this.
We need owner consent.
We need owner consent.
Yeah.
And then Jerry is like, I'll tell you everything he's ever fucking done wrong. No, my little boy would never snitch on me. He'd be like, he's really good at Madden.
Makes me stop sucking my own D.
I mean, like God. It just started. He's 4.5.
Oh.
So maybe
puberty.
Inches? That's big for
No, he is. Kyle!
A huge dog dick.
Pluffior, just get out of here. Go back to your hot dog eating competition.
Rockets.
Ugh. That is the one thing about the dog penis. My God Almighty.
The shade.
Well, they should have developed something slightly different.
Sexier than that.
I mean, it's just, maybe that's the point. Maybe it's good.
Yeah.
Maybe it's fantastic, actually. They just don't have perfect cocks.
Yeah.
Because women are already doing that stuff, and some guys as well are doing nasty stuff to these.
They are.
Anyway, those dogs are soon going to have a voice. And they're going to be able to take a witness stand. And then there's someone sitting here right now. There's someone listening right now sweating.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, if Barney talks.
Yeah,
If Barney talks.
Looking at him like, you are not going to consent to this.
There was actually a murder solved because a parrot recreated the final moments of a guy's life.
That's
And they
insane.
heard the person shooting them.
Did they put the parrot on the stand?
Well, the cops filmed it and took
Cute.
that and used it in the actual case. It's
Wow.
crazy. It's like, don't shoot, don't shoot.
Literally.
Oh my God.
And then it's like,
Singing like a canary.
yeah,
I do like that.
it's insane.
So how'd you get in here? It's fucking parrot, man. You know these parrots. Fucking
Should have killed that fucking
I
parrot.
should have
They're
killed the bird
snitches.
first. I should have
Parrots.
killed the fucking bird first.
I didn't know they could talk.
Yeah.
Which is amazing, by the way. We should remember that on Feel Good Friday.
Yeah.
Isn't it incredible? We live in a world where literally there's birds that talk, and we're
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
wow. But did you know they combine peanut butter and jelly in a tube? So anyway, they're gonna figure out what dogs are saying. So isn't that exciting?
Wow.
Do we want to know what they're saying?
Well, that's the big question.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. We got one more time. We got time for one more story. Oh, well, this story is just real sad. This chick took her dog to the vet, and then it failed a hearing diagnosis, and she didn't realize that the dog was allergic to turkey, peanuts, and fish, and apparently that's all she fed it.
Oh my God.
But it's a super cute dog.
That is
It's also,
so cute.
I mean, she thought she was being a great dog mom, to be fair. Turkey, peanuts, and fish. That is
Yeah.
like, I mean,
Prime stuff.
it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's a little piratey, but
Yeah.
it's pretty good for a dog. But
Peanuts.
yeah, I don't believe that they can eat the legume.
Right?
I don't think
I
so.
feel like that's not good for a dog.
Onions, and I don't think grapes either.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
No chocolate.
Well, now
Everyone
the
knows that
milk
one.
chocolate. My dog growing up, Polar Bear, ate a whole chocolate cake. Completely fine. Completely fine. I think it's the rich coca.
Yeah.
I see.
American
I see.
chocolate, these dogs are like, this is nothing.
Well,
Yeah.
super high sugar too much is not good because I had a friend, not even a friend anymore, but they fed their dog like Twinkies every day.
Oh, they're a
and the dog
moron.
went blind.
Yeah, because they're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
It went
insane.
diabetic.
He's probably diabetic. Yeah,
Christ,
exactly.
yeah.
Like
I
you
don't
dumb
like
fuck.
I don't like that whatsoever.
No.
Absolutely not. It's a waste of a Twinkie, and your dog doesn't even like it.
Yeah.
So she says she failed as a dog mom, but again, she really didn't. But just be careful if your dog is allergic to everything.
Yeah, she was trying to do the right thing. Give him some food.
Yeah, she
human food.
was. Yeah, exactly. He was on a little turkey leg. So let's see. Last story. Well, this is kind of dog related. A dude who was a maniac. He decapitated his parents and their family dog.
Oh,
Whoa.
wow. Feel Good Friday.
What the hell?
Yeah,
Why?
Well, his name was Brendan. You want to see a picture of him?
Yes.
There you go. So that's what he looks like.
Oh, Jesus
He
Christ.
looks-
Dane Cook.
A little bit. If Dane Cook and Patrick Bateman from American Psycho
Yeah.
somehow merged into one. His name is Brandon Girdville. He's 41. He faces 2 counts of homicide. He killed his 79-year-old mama and his 71-year-old husband. Mutilated the bodies. This was in San Juan Capistrano.
Why did
San
he do
Juan.
that?
Well, I think he's a psychopath.
Yeah.
I think
Mo-
he said, "Welcome to Girdville," right before he did it.
Yes. I think that movie has just officially been made.
Victims and dog were decapitated.
Yeah, so he's just, but it's just he's just being charged with the 2. But I would charge him. I'd be like 2. I mean, buddy, that's at least a point. That's a 0.75
That's a 0.75 is what that is.
at least
It's
of a
worth.
murder.
Yeah.
So moments later, police investigated the scene. It was horrific. Both victims were mutilated. Moments later, law enforcement officers received reports of a man covered in blood chasing the maintenance worker from the same San Juan Mobile Estates community where the grisly murders occurred. So this
Oh
maintenance
my
guy's just
God.
like, hello, here to check out your thermostat. You're like, oh, no, sir, never mind.
Andale.
I'm gonna.
And then he is gone.
Yeah, that's a messed up work day for him.
Girdville reportedly stole the maintenance worker's golf cart and attempted to flee on golf cart.
Wow.
That would work.
It's kind of
Yeah.
funny.
Yep.
That's gonna run out of gas. There's no way you guys are going to get me now. Going 14 miles an hour, sir.
One dude's like
just walking next to him.
Sir, you gotta pull it over.
I can get 50 miles a gallon on this dog. So anyway, so authorities say Girdville, he lived with his parents, which, if you're a parent out there, if you're 40 and living with your parents, you better be taking care of that house.
Yeah.
Yep.
And taking care of your parents. But it seems like it was the opposite.
Pretty much the opposite.
Oh,
Something
these
tells
parents-
me he was probably a thorn in their side.
He was a dud.
Yep.
How horrible that would be if you were a parent, nice, loving couple, and you just birth yourself a dud.
Like, my kid sucks.
It would be horrible.
But it's also your fault if your kid really sucks most of the time.
So true.
It can be, but then this guy, I think that they were just, I don't know, but that guy was a lost cause.
Yeah.
There's just the face he's making there.
Who is behind him?
And then
you
there's
can
somebody
see the
in bed behind him. He's just got a scowl like he's like Wolverine trying to desperately take a dump, but he realizes it's all metal coming out. Or whatever it is that he has.
Adamantium.
Oh, wow.
That's a big word.
That's very good.
Yeah.
So they found him in the golf cart, and then they shot him.
Oh, they shot him.
Yeah, he had to be shot then.
Yeah, that one has to be put down.
Yeah, he had to be
Running around
put down.
decapitating people.
Yep. And then neighbor David Desmond said he saw Brandon, that's the guy fighting with his dad the day before. And he said when he described to Fox 11 how the younger Girdville was in his face and looking angry while confronting his father. I guess he had a drug issue.
Yeah, let's say that's meth.
Yeah, it might be. No word on what kind of dog it was.
Full mutilation, that is. And the dog.
Yeah, the dog gets buried in this story. They just mention it once and that's it.
Right.
Jeez.
All right, Feel Good Fridays.
Yeah, Decapitation Friday.
There we go. Thank you all so much.
Love it.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching on YouTube. Rate, review, subscribe.
And love your dog.
And love your dog. And in a couple of, maybe even next week, I don't know, I'm going to find some cat stories. It is true that cats eat human bodies.
Within an hour.
Within
That's why
an
cats
hour.
don't
Is that
actually
what they
love you.
say?
Dogs love you. Cats, they love you for food.
But didn't the dog... We just went over a bunch of murder dogs.
Yeah, but they won't eat you if you're dead.
They
in
kill
the
you, but
house.
they don't
Is
eat
that
you.
Yeah,
true?
they'll kill you, but they don't eat you.
I almost
Cats
know. No, I'm
won't
almost.
kill you, but they'll eat the shit out of you, like your face immediately.
Yeah, we'll talk. That's up for debate. That's
That's up for today.
I'm also not even necessarily against it.
Right? I'm like, is that a bad thing? Maybe I just want to keep on kicking afterwards. And he didn't kill me. He just wants to be fed.
That's why the show continues to go on to answer these tough questions.
These are the questions.
Thank you all so much for listening. We'll be back next week. Bye.
Ben Kissel.